Yi and the other two also followed Leon. Her Royal Highness guards and maids are all quite capable, and they can come up on their own without Leon help. The princess' luxurious carriage was also brought to Ninja Hawk back with the help of several guards. This Ninja Eagle is very large and can hold 40 or 50 people on its back at the same time. The three daimyo arranged ninjas to protect the princess, and they also appeared beside the princess at this moment. Leon, can we set off now? After a short period of contact, Leon discovered that Her Royal Highness the Princess did not have the legendary Princess Syndrome. He a nice guy, very kind and easy to get along with. We can set off now. If you don't want to stand, you can go back to the carriage and rest. It won't be long before we reach the capital of the Kingdom of Thunder. If we take a carriage, it will probably take 4 or 5 days. And the princess carriage is relatively fast. 6 good horses took turns pulling the carriage, and the speed was not much slower than that of an ordinary Chunin traveling at top speed. If it weren't for Leon coming to escort her this time, the princess would have set off a few days ago. No need. This is my first time riding such a big Ninja Hawk. I will take a look at the scenery outside first. It won't be too late to go back to the carriage and rest when I get tired. While the princess said this, she was also looking at Leon carefully. She was full of curiosity about this talented young man from Konoha. Just at this moment, Leon activated the chakra energy shield, instantly covering everyone on the back of the Ninja Eagle. This scene made the princess guards and maids nervous, especially the captain of the guards, who appeared beside the princess at the first moment, holding the hilt of the knife tightly in his hand, staring at Leon intently. Captain of the cross-country guard, don't be so nervous. This is a chakra energy shield to protect us. The elite Jonin who was in charge of protecting the princess came up to the captain of the guard and patted him on the shoulder. Okay, captain of the cross-country guard, you don't have to be so nervous. Leon-kun won't hurt me. Yes, princess. The princess' words are more effective. What the elite Jonin said just now is useless. Leon glanced at the captain of the guard. This man Nora was also very powerful, not much worse than the elite Jonin next to him. He barely possesses the strength of an elite Jonin, which is much weaker than Azuma. At this time, the speed of the Ninja Hawk increased, and the extreme speed of the Ninja Hawk was felt. It was not until this moment that the guards and maids understood why Leon Shancheng suddenly gave them a chakra energy shield. This is entirely for their protection. Except for the captain of the guard and the elite Jonin, the rest of them are of the strength of Chunin. Without this chakra energy shield, they could only squat down and grab the feathers on the Ninja Eagle back, and this only ensures that they will not be blown away, because the wind speed is so fast that they have trouble breathing. The only thing they could do was squat with their backs to the wind, but that would be too indecent. They still had to protect the princess. Is this the speed of the Ninja Hawk? Leon-kun, how long will it take us to reach the capital of the Land of Lightning by riding this Ninja Hawk? The princess looked up at the ground in the distance and found that the mountains, rivers and cities below were constantly receding. She had ridden other flying ninja beasts before. Compared with this Ninja Eagle, their speed is like a baby running against a teenager. The gap is too huge. At Ninja Hawk current speed, it will take about 2 to 3 hours to reach the capital of the Land of Lightning. The entire ninja world is actually not that big, not even as big as the world he lived in his previous life. Leon has seen a group of netizens discuss that the size of the ninja world is more than 60 times smaller than the Blue Planet. In fact, it makes sense if you think about it. In the 3 ninja world wars that the ninja world experienced, the total number of ninja deaths did not exceed 100,000. It was during the 4th Ninja World War that the 5 major ninja villages gambled everything, but they only had 80,000 ninjas to build an army. This is 20,000 less than the 100,000 White Zetsu army. This is already a world-class war in the ninja world, compared to the Blue Planet where Leon lived in his previous life. In Chinese history, such a number of people can only be regarded as a regional war. From this we can see that the entire ninja world is really not that big. So fast this time, Her Royal Highness the Princess was really surprised and opened her mouth wide, but fortunately she reacted quickly. She noticed that Leon wasn't looking at her, and was glad that he hadn't seen her gaffe. In fact, Leon saw it, but he didn't react. What could he think of her since they had just met, even though the princess was quite pretty? For a moment, the two fell silent. After a few minutes, the princess went into the carriage to rest, saying she was sleepy. Leon, this princess is so beautiful, aren't you attracted to her? I wish I could get to know her. Seeing the princess enter the carriage to rest, Yae came to Leon. His words were heard by the nearby guard captain and elite Jonin, who were now glaring at him. If they were not afraid of Leon's strength, these two people would definitely step forward and teach Matsushita Ichiba a lesson. You guys don't practice well. What are you thinking about all day long? Are you itching for trouble? When this mission is over, I will give you some personal guidance when we get back. Leon tapped him on the head to let him know that not everyone can be made fun of. Being disrespectful to Her Royal Highness the Princess of the Land of Fire, a commoner ninja like Yae could not withstand the wrath of the daimyo of the Land of Fire. After being hit on the head by Leon, Yae finally reacted belatedly and looked at the captain of the guard and the elite Jonin with some embarrassment. Time passes slowly. 2.5 hours later, the ninja hawk landed 1 kilometer away from the capital of the Land of Lightning under Leon order. After everyone and Her Royal Highness the Princess came down, the tension that the captain and the guards had felt along the way disappeared. This place is still 1 kilometer away from the capital of the Kingdom of Thunder. Your Highness, please return to the carriage. When the Fire Nation princess travels, her guard of honor is indispensable. A luxurious princess carriage is indispensable, which is why Leon asked them to bring the carriage as well. It was a 1 kilometer journey and we arrived there quickly. At the gate of the capital of the Kingdom of Thunder, the gate guards stopped the princess and her group. Fortunately, Leon was not asked to step in. The captain of the guards personally took care of everything. Soon the group entered the city. It seemed that the captain of the guard had been to the capital of the Kingdom of Thunder before, and he was quite familiar with it. Under his leadership, a group of people came to the daimyo prefecture of the Land of Thunder, and through negotiation, a group of people entered the daimyo prefecture. Someone came and arranged temporary accommodation for the princess. Not long after we moved in, someone came to visit us. Miko, you are finally here. I missed you so much. The person who came was the Princess of the Lightning Kingdom. She learned from her servants that the Princess of the Fire Kingdom was coming, so she hurried over. Leon and the other 4 were also keeping an eye on the Fire Nation princess and protecting her safety. In addition to the chief guard and the elite Jonin, they are the third party who protect Her Royal Highness the Princess of the Fire Nation. It was only at this time that Leon learned that the name of the Fire Nation princess was Miko. Gile, I am here now. I wish you a happy birthday in advance. I brought you a birthday present. Come with me. Miko held the hand of Princess Gile of the Land of Lightning and walked towards her guest room. The Princess of the Kingdom of Thunder was also about 14 or 15 years old, with very fair skin, unlike the men of the Kingdom of Thunder, who had dark or wheat-colored skin. The 2 princesses entered the house, but Leon and the others did not follow them in. Just now, Leon used his perception ability and did not find any hidden enemies. It's basically safe here. In fact, in the daimyo palace of the Land of Lightning, the safety of princesses from various countries is guaranteed. After all, in addition to the Princess of the Fire Kingdom, princesses from other kingdoms like the Water Kingdom, the Earth Kingdom, and the Wind Kingdom have also come. If anything happened to the princesses of these big countries here, the Kingdom of Thunder would not be able to withstand the joint attack of the 4 major countries. They would not allow these princesses to get into trouble in the daimyo mansion of the Land of Thunder, otherwise they would be held accountable by the 4 major countries. Hey, are you the genius of Konoha? Yamashiro Leon. While Leon was chatting with Sasuke and the others, the ninja who came with the Princess of the Land of Lightning frowned at Leon and spoke. Leon heard the voice and looked over. The man was much taller than him, with dark skin, a strong body and big muscles. This is a very typical appearance and body shape of a ninja from the Land of Lightning. In general, the cloud ninjas of the Hidden Cloud Village in the Land of Lightning are taller than those on the Konoha side. I am Leon Yamashiro. Leon could sense the man ill will towards him, but he didn't care, as long as the man dared to attack him. Leon dared to kill him on the spot. He didn't care where it was. It could that it you. Yi Moxie, challenge you. The dark-skinned big guy, Yi Moxie stared at Leon intently. At this time, many people looked at Leon and the others curiously because of Yi Moxie's words. The people brought by the Fire Nation princess stood where they were, watching quietly, unmoved, because they were not familiar with Leon before, and they only got to know each other because of this escort mission. It was different for Yumoi. As he said this, several ninjas behind him approached him. The situation is self-evident. As long as Leon does anything irrational, they will join the fight immediately. Yamashiro Leon name is already well known throughout the ninja world. He is also well known in their country of Thunder, especially in the Yi family, who are very hostile to Leon, because Leon defeated the patriarch of their Yi family, the fourth Raikage. Even though they knew that Leon was very powerful, they were people who had been staying in Daming Prefecture for many years. They simply didn't believe that Leon, who was only 12 years old, could be that strong. These people are the kind of people who won't cry until they see the coffin. They are stubborn and believe that what you hear is not as good as what you see. Not interested, Leon looked at Yumoi, who was only a jonin in front of him, because they were not going abroad to protect the princess of the Land of Lightning. The ninja following her was only a jonin. Every elite jonin is the top combat force in each major ninja village, and it is impossible for them to be assigned to the princess casually to protect her. If the Fire Country Princess Miko was not coming to the Lightning Country, the Fire Country daimyo would not have sent an elite jonin to follow and protect her. As for the captain of the off-road guard, he was a warrior, brought over from the Princess Mother family. Princess Gila of the Land of Lightning obviously did not receive such treatment, unless she was also going abroad. Then she would be escorted by elite jonin. What, you dare to reject me? Are you just a name for nothing? Don't you dare to accept my challenge? Yi Moxie glared at Leon, then smiled contemptuously as if he had thought of something. You are too weak. I am not interested in the challenge you mentioned. If you insist on challenging me, I have someone who is suitable to be your opponent. Just a jonin from the Land of Lightning. Leon has no interest in him at all. However, when Leon saw Akaya Sasuke, he had a new idea. Are you afraid of me? So you want someone else to replace you? But I don't care. No matter who you let replace you, I will defeat him. You send out one person, and I defeat him one by one, until you have no more people to send. And then I will defeat you myself. Yi Moxie had a proud look on his face and didn't care that Leon asked others to fight him. Anyway, in his opinion, the three little ghosts around Leon are no match for him. The Fire Nation princess guards didn't approach Leon, and it seemed like they were at odds with him or were unfamiliar with him. This way, he wouldn't have to worry about the Fire Nation princess guards attacking him, as long as he didn't do anything to threaten the Fire Nation princess. These people probably wouldn't care what he did. Sasuke, I will leave this Yumoi to you. Feel free to fight him boldly. He is your most suitable opponent at the moment. Don't worry about the friendship between the two countries. If you have the chance, just kill them. Don't be polite. Leon did not lower his voice when he spoke, and basically everyone present, unless they were deaf, could hear it. Damn it. Fit not certain who will kill whom. You are just asking for death by letting that kid fight me. Since you want to die, I will grant your wish. This is not the place to fight. Let go to the martial arts arena. Yi Moxie was filled with rage and uttered these words with gritted teeth. The people behind him also glared at Leon and the other three. Stop, what are you doing at this time? The Princess of the Fire Nation and the Princess of the Lightning Nation came out of the room, and the maids behind them were holding a lot of gifts. Your Highness, we are going to challenge the ninjas of Konoha and let everyone in the world know that the ninjas of our Land of Lightning are the most powerful. Your Highness, please don't worry about this matter. Yi Moxie looked directly at Gila. Even if the other party was the princess of their Thunder Country, it could not stop him from challenging Shan Leon. In the Kingdom of Thunder, the status of their Yi family is very high, and he is not worried at all about offending a princess. At worst, I can return to my family and receive some punishment, and never stay in Daming Prefecture again. They are my friend men. You are not allowed to fight them without my permission." Jile looked at Yu Moxie in front of her with some annoyance. She actually didn't like the person who protected her at all. This person relied on being an important member of the Yi family and often went against him. "Your Highness Princess, you have no say in this matter." "Shancheng Lian, please have your team members compete in the martial arts arena. I want to see how this little devil kills me." After Yumoi finished speaking, he glanced at Leon and Sasuke, then walked in front to lead the way. More than half of the dozen people behind him followed him and left. "I am sorry, Miko, I can't restrain him." "Don't worry, I will go find my father and ask him to give the order to stop the challenge." Jile looked at Leon and his three teammates, all of whom looked like teenagers, and thought that this man was definitely no match for Yumoi. Leon is very famous, but Jile is not interested in ninjas, so she doesn't care what the name Yamashiro Leon means. "Jile, it okay. Let them challenge me. I also want to see who is more powerful among them." Jile doesn't know the strength of Yamashiro Leon, but Miko knows it. One of them captured the fourth Raikage alive, and one of them defeated an army of 3,000 cloud ninjas. How could a mere member of the Yi family challenge such strength? Even the patriarch of their Yi family was defeated and captured alive by Shancheng Lian. The young man following Yamashiro Leon, judging from his clothes, should be the last surviving member of the Akaya clan. Such a person, who can follow Shancheng Lian, must have strong abilities. Otherwise he would not be qualified to follow him. Overall, in Miko's eyes, this Yumoi is already a dead man. Why would she care about a mere death since she had nothing to do? She might as well go and watch the challenge between them. But oh, don't say but. Let go quickly. If we are late there will be no good seats. Before Jile could continue to say anything, Miko grabbed her little hand. Things have come to this. Jile didn't say anything else and just let Miko lead her away. "Leon, will Sasuke have any problem dealing with that guy on the way to the training ground?" Yai approached Leon and asked with some concern. Keiko was also worried about Sasuke's safety. She felt that the man just now was very dangerous. "Don't worry, you have to believe in Sasuke. Through this battle, Sasuke will gain new things." There is one more thing Leon didn't say. With him around, Sasuke will be fine even if the Six Paths Sage comes. Along the way, perhaps the news had been known to others. More and more people followed us. Leon noticed three people chatting with Miko and Jilai. Through perception, Leon knew the identities of these three people. Princess Momoko of the Land of Earth, Princess Zia of the Land of Wind, and Princess Zuko of the Land of Water. The three of them are about the same age as Miko and Jile. The oldest is 16 years old and the youngest is 14 years old. At the same time, the ninjas and guards from the Water Kingdom, the Earth Kingdom, and the Wind Kingdom followed their princesses. They also followed their princess to the martial arts arena. At the beginning there were only about 40 people, but now there are more than 100 people, and the number of people is still increasing. It should be the noise here that alarmed the guards of Daming Mansion. When Leon followed Yumoi to the martial arts arena, more than 100 samurai came from the daimyo guard team, and even their guard commander came. However, after learning about what happened here, he did not leave, but stayed here to maintain order. "Boy, now we are at the martial arts arena. Come and kill me." Yumoi stood in the middle of the training ground very arrogantly, pointing his finger at Akaya Sasuke. "Sasuke, I have only one request, kill this Yatsuki Masha, and use the Kirin I taught you if necessary." Except for their own people, no one else knows what the S-level ninjutsu, lightning release, Kirin, is. After so much training, Sasuke can already use lightning release, Kirin. With this ninjutsu, the Yumoi Juji on the opposite side will not survive. "I know. This man will definitely die." Sasuke didn't say anything along the way, but that didn't mean he didn't hear the trash talk that Yumoi said to him. But he, Akaya Sasuke, was too disdainful to argue with him. He just wanted to go to the martial arts arena and kill the man. "There are no rules for this competition. You are allowed to kill your opponent. Let the competition begin." Before the competition began, the leader of the Daimyofu Guard came to the training ground and acted as a temporary referee. Following his order, Yu Moxie laughed cruelly. Lightning release, chakra armor. As a member of the Yi family, he naturally knows the ninjutsu developed by the second-generation Raikage. Light blue lightning kept flashing on his body. His yellow hair also stood up. If Leon didn't know that this man was using thunder armor, he thought he had run to the Dragon Ball world and encountered a transformed Super Saiyan. Lightning escape, thunder slash. The members of the Yi family are good at lightning escape, ninjutsu, and swordsmanship. Yimoi, holding a long sword, rushed towards Sasuke at a very fast speed. He wanted to kill Sasuke in the shortest possible time. In his eyes, the young Sasuke was never an opponent he wanted to challenge. The person he wants to challenge is Leon Shancheng. Yimoi's speed was indeed very fast, but his long sword was not attached with lightning chakra. Sasuke pulled out a long sword from his back. This was after he learned the lightning release Chidori series. I spent money to buy a chakra long sword, which is exactly the same quality as Leon and can attach 50% of the chakra. Lightning style, Chidori style. Lightning style, Chidori blade. Sasuke's swordsmanship may not be as good as Yotsuki Masha, but he just like Leon. Just focus on the basics of chopping, cutting, picking, cutting and whittling. When there is enough speed and strength, these ordinary basics can often produce incredible results. For example, now, Sasuke cut off the long sword in Yimoi's hand with one sword, and at the same time left a wound of neither deep nor shallow on his arm. Yimoi is fast, but Sasuke is not slow either. The only thing he cannot compare to Yimoi is physical fitness and strength. In other aspects, we basically crush them. This is when Sasuke has not yet activated the 3 Magatama Sharingan. Damn, I didn't expect you to have a chakra weapon in your hand. Lightning release, continuous abuse level. The lightning chakra visible to the naked eye gathered in Yimoi's palm, forming a thunder sword. Sasuke did not retreat or dodge, but continued to use lightning release Chidori blade with the long sword in hand. It has to be said that Yimoi can become a real Jonin, possessing lightning chakra armor, and can use his physical body to fight against chakra weapons. This looks very domineering, but it consumes a lot of chakra. Even though he is a Jonin, and a Jonin of the Yazuki clan, his chakra is not as much as Sasuke. There were another dozen collisions, and then the two men distanced themselves from each other. Fire style, great fireball technique. In addition to lightning release, Sasuke fire released ninjutsu is not weak. A huge fireball with a diameter of 12 meters appeared and flew towards Yu Moxie at a high speed. Sasuke fireball is very fast, but Yimoi dodge speed is even faster. While he was dodging, Sasuke seized the opportunity and threw 6 shurikens at him. However, the shuriken was easily knocked away by Yimoi. Humphrey, you are just a kid, still playing ninja games. A mere shuriken can't hurt me. What? Yu Moxie knocked the shuriken away and was talking proudly, but the next moment he realized something was wrong. Some of the 6 shurikens that were just knocked away went around Yimoi, and the steel wires on them instantly entangled him. Fire style, great dragon fire technique. Sasuke quickly formed 5 seals in 1 second, and the next moment, a terrifying fire dragon head flew towards the restrained Yimoi. In terms of speed and power, it surpasses the fireball technique in all aspects. Damn it, don't underestimate me. Lightning release, heavy flow explosion. At the last moment, Yu Moxie broke the steel wire wrapped around his body, but he was able to withstand Sasuke's great dragon fire jutsu. By the time Yu Moxie ran out of the Heiau long fire, he had been severely burned. But his attack also arrived, and Sasuke used ninjutsu again when he rushed over. Lightning style, Chidori sharp spear. Sasuke used lightning release with an expressionless face, and a light blue lightning flashed like a laser. The chakra long sword rushed out from Sasuke's right hand and instantly pierced through Yimoi's heart. Damn little devil, I am going to die in your hands. Every time Yimoi spoke a word, blood gushed out of his mouth until he finished speaking. Sasuke retracted the Chidori sharp spear, and Yimoi, who had lost his support, fell to the ground unwillingly and died. How could this kid kill Yi Mui? He is a Jonin from the Kumagakure village. The guard leader looked incredulous, but soon his face turned ugly. Yi Mui's death here had little impact on Daming Prefecture, but Yi Moxie is a ninja of the Yi family. It would be fine if he was not here, but now he is here, and he has to watch Yi Moxie die. Whether it is the Daimyo Prefecture, the Hidden Cloud Village, or the Yi family, they will all question him. Boy, you should be the orphan of the Uchiha clan, right? You killed Yi Mui because he was incompetent. I want to challenge you. Do you dare to accept my challenge as an orphan of the Uchiha clan? You won't be afraid, right? This kid from the Uchiha clan killed Yi Mui. If we use his body, we should be able to give an explanation to the Yi family. Leader of the Emiko Guard, this matter ends here. It was Yi Moxie who instigated it before. Gila walked out of the audience. She couldn't let these people continue making trouble. Stop now. It's not a big problem. If the situation continues and the leader of the Emiko Guard kills the last Uchiha, the relationship between Konoha and the Hidden Cloud Village will become even worse. She would not care if the relationship between the two major ninja villages deteriorated further, but she could not let it be caused by the daimyo mansion of the Land of Lightning. Unfortunately, she is just one of the many princesses of the daimyo of the Land of Thunder. Although she is favored, her power is limited, and the leader of the guards does not buy her account. He didn't even bother to answer her. Your name is Uchiha Sasuke, right? Are you afraid to accept my challenge? When the entire Uchiha clan was wiped out, you were afraid and hid away, right? Sasuke could immediately see that this was such a childish provocation, but he still accepted the challenge. Fire style, Great Dragon Fire Technique. Through the two previous fire style ninjutsu and this time fire style ninjutsu, the temperature here has been raised by several levels. Sword Drawing Technique, Flash. The guard leader Emiko is still very powerful in the face of the huge dragon head flame. He gathered his strength and slashed the flying flaming dragon head in half, and the mighty dragon fire flew to both sides of him. Uchiha brat, your fire ninjutsu is good, but it can't hurt me. If this is all you have, I will kill you here. Sword Drawing Technique, 10 styles of air-breaking slash. Emiko is a pure samurai who has chakra but no ninjutsu. He combines chakra and swordsmanship, and possesses considerable combat power. At this time, Sasuke opened the 3 Magatama Sharingan and could clearly see Emiko attack route. Faced with Emiko continuous attacks, Sasuke relied on the 3 Magatama Sharingan to block all attacks. At the same time, with the help of the 3 Magatama Sharingan, Sasuke instantly copied Emiko's swordsmanship. Sasuke did not rush to distance himself from Emiko, but continued to compete with him in swordsmanship. Sasuke currently only knows basic swordsmanship, and with the help of the 3 Magatama Sharingan, he can easily resist Emiko's swordsmanship. Leon, how strong is this guard leader? Emiko, the Fire Nation Princess Miko, is right next to Leon. She couldn't see clearly the fight between Sasuke and Emiko. She was just an ordinary person and the speed between the two was too fast. This man is stronger than Her Royal Highness Guard Captain. If he competes with the Guard Captain of Yui, the two will be evenly matched. After hearing what Leon said, Miko roughly understood Emiko's strength. Gile heard the conversation between the two and felt a little envious of Miko, who had a powerful bodyguard protecting her all the time. The princesses of the other 3 countries also looked at Leon curiously. Just now, their subordinates had already told us about Leon. These princesses usually don't pay much attention to ninjas, but they have a rough idea of how powerful the cage of the 5 major ninja villages are. That is the country they belong to, and the most powerful person is the shadow of the village. The fact that Leon was able to capture the 4th Raikage alive is enough to prove how powerful he is. Only then did Gile look at Leon seriously. This person is Leon Yamashiro, a powerful young man from Konoha who defeated the 4th Raikage head-on and captured him alive. At the same time, Gile felt very unfortunate because her birthday party had not yet been held. So many things have happened now, and I don't know if my father knows what's going on here. Will her birthday party be cancelled? Although she was one of the more favored princesses, her status would be affected to some extent by something like this. When she thought of this, Jile felt a little sad. Do you think this handsome young man from the Akaya clan can defeat Tomoko? Miko wasn't paying much attention to the martial arts arena right now. Her eyes couldn't keep up with the speed of the two people, and she couldn't understand their fight. Sasuke will win in the end. Where is this place? The capital of the Kingdom of Thunder. Daimyofu. None of these are important. The most important thing is that the lightning elements in the sky above here are very active. It will be much easier for Sasuke to use lightning release, Kirin. Now Sasuke relies on the 3 Magatama Sharingan and the blessing of lightning release, Chidori style. His speed is not inferior to Miko, and he is still copying his swordsmanship. When Sasuke had almost copied everything, he used lightning release, Kirin. Even if Miko had the strength of an elite jonin, he would still die on the spot. Fire style, Phoenix fire technique. It seemed to confirm Leon judgment. 10 minutes later, Sasuke used the same sword technique for the 3rd time on Miko. He decisively distanced himself from Miko and used fire release ninjutsu to limit his speed. Then Sasuke jumped backwards a long distance. It kept jumping until it reached a stone pillar more than 30 meters high, and then stopped. You little brat from the Akaya clan, do you think I won't kill you if you jump onto the stone pillar? How naive. When Sasuke jumped back to create distance, he was also continuously using fire-released ninjutsu, while restricting Amo from getting close to him. The temperature here also increased by several levels. Even thunderclouds formed in the sky due to the rapid temperature rise. It over. Lightning style, Chidori. Lightning release, Kylin. Sasuke found that the environment here met the requirements for performing the technique, and decisively used S-level ninjutsu. Boom boom, the sky shook with thunder. Lightning flashed continuously in the clouds. At this moment, everyone felt something was wrong in the sky, and they all looked up at the sky at the same time. In broad daylight, above Daming Prefecture at this moment, a giant beast formed by thunder revealed its huge head. What is that? How did it suddenly appear above Daming Mansion? Send someone to check it out quickly. What going on? Protect the daimyo. The meeting in Daming Prefecture had just ended. Many ministers of the Land of Lightning walked out of the conference hall under the leadership of the daimyo. As soon as I came out, I saw the huge beast head formed by thunder in the sky. Some ministers made arrangements while protecting the daimyo. At this time, the ninjas who were secretly protecting the daimyo appeared beside him. A total of 6 elite jonin. Someone is using a powerful lightning ninjutsu in the daimyo prefecture. The 6 elite jonin looked at each other. Although they did not recognize the lightning release Kirin, they could tell instantly that it was not formed naturally, but was created by someone using the lightning release ninjutsu. Who is so bold as to use lightning-style ninjutsu in the sky above the daimyo mansion? It must be those barbaric fellows from the Hidden Cloud Village. As the daimyo of the Land of Lightning, one of the 5 great nations, the Kage of the Hidden Cloud Village does not respect the daimyo of their country like the Kages of the other 4 great ninja villages. Some time ago, the 4th Raikage was defeated, and the final money was paid by the daimyo of the Land of Lightning. These ministers of the Land of Lightning do not like the barbarians of the Hidden Cloud Village. The daimyo of the Land of Lightning doesn't like it either. This meeting was also held regarding the last 3 billion taels of compensation. Look, the thunder beast in the sky is falling. At this time, a minister pointed to the thundering beast in the sky. Let go over there and see who is so bold as to use such a terrifying lightning ninjutsu in the daimyo prefecture. The daimyo and a group of ministers waited until the lightning release ninjutsu was over, and then, led by 6 elite jonin, headed towards the scene of the incident. On this side of the martial arts arena, when the Kylin appeared in the sky, Miko looked up at the sky with horror. He never imagined that this kid from the Akaya clan possessed such terrifying ninjutsu. This was no longer an ordinary S-level ninjutsu, and he knew he couldn't defend against it. Thinking of this, Miko planned to escape, but how could his speed be comparable to the speed of thunder and lightning? Under Sasuke control, the Kirin in the sky fell towards Miko at a high speed. The moment the Kylin landed on the ground, the area covered by it turned into liquid glass. After more than 10 seconds, all the thunder disappeared, including that on the ground and in the sky. At this time, Everyone opened their eyes and looked towards the place where Miko escaped. Oh my god, this is horrible. Gile opened her mouth wide and covered her mouth with her hands. Miko was also looking at the liquid glass floor that had formed in the training ground not far away with a look of shock on her face. Miko is also dead, and not even his body is left behind. Gile did not see Miko's body in the martial arts arena. At this time, Sasuke came back from outside the martial arts arena. Good job, Sasuke. Leon gave timely compliments. This made Sasuke's lips curl slightly, and he obviously enjoyed Leon praise. All ninjas from the Hidden Cloud Village. Who else wants to continue the challenge? We will all take it, no matter how many come. I will accept the challenge from all of you. Leon looked at the dozen or so scared Kumo ninjas and spoke calmly. When these people heard what Leon said, they didn't dare to say anything at this moment. Leon saw that these people didn't say anything, and suddenly felt that it was boring. Miko, now that the challenge is over, please come with me to have dinner. You guys take care of this place, and report what happened here to father. What's so interesting about fighting and killing? It would be more interesting to eat and drink and watch her pets. Gile looked at the deputy leader of the guard. Now she was going to greet the princesses from other countries. As for the leader of the guards, the death of a member of the Yi family had not had as great an impact on her. Just as a group of people, along with princesses from various countries, were preparing to leave, the daimyo of the Land of Lightning came with a group of ministers, 6 elite jonin, and a group of guards. I have seen your name. Meet father. The guards and princesses present all saluted to the daimyo of the Land of Lightning. Only a group of ninjas remained who did not salute. They were loyal to their own ninja villages and basically would not salute the daimyo. Gile is here too. What happened here? Who used the lightning escape technique just now? Don't you know that this is the daimyo palace? Are you trying to destroy the daimyo palace by using such a powerful ninjutsu? After the daimyo came over, he took a look at the training ground and realized that the place where these ninjutsu were performed was the training ground. This is also because the training ground is relatively large and can accommodate the terrifying lightning-released ninjutsu. Father, this is it. Gile came to daimyo and quickly and quietly explained the cause and effect of the incident. The daimyo became more and more surprised as he listened, and looked at Uchiha, Sasuke and Leon, especially the person named Leon Shancheng. He is a well-known person and was also mentioned in this meeting. Also because of him, the Daming Prefecture where he lived lost 3 billion taels of silver. He didn't expect that his precious daughter birthday party would actually bring out Leon Shancheng. I know the whole story. It's not your fault. Go greet your sisters. The daimyo said this, glanced at Leon and then left with the minister. Leon, you guys go back and rest. Don't worry about my safety in Daming Mansion. Miko came to Leon. She would soon go to have dinner with Gile and several princesses from other countries. It is not convenient for subordinates and Leon to follow. After all, princesses need their own private space. Okay. Leon said nothing and left with Keiko, Sasuke and Akiba. Sasuke, when did you learn such a powerful ninjutsu? After returning to his previous residence, Yae could no longer hold back his curiosity and asked. I also learned it during this time. This is the ninjutsu that Leon taught me. It not me who awesome, it Leon. Leon taught him this ninjutsu for almost a month, and he has only mastered it in recent times. Through this battle, Sasuke was more confident of killing Uchiha Itachi. So it was Leon who taught you. But even so, you are quite amazing to be able to master such a powerful ninjutsu. Uchiha thinks Sasuke is the most powerful ninja in their class, except for Leon. In the next few days, Leon and the others had basically nothing to do. Princess Miko of the Fire Nation spends time with princesses from other countries every day. It lasted until Princess Gile's birthday. On the morning of the 6th day, Miko asked the guards to find Leon. Today they returned to the Land of Fire. In this way, many people left Daming Prefecture early in the morning. Today, not only Miko and the others are leaving, but several other princesses are also returning to their countries. Just like that, a large group of people left Daimyofu in a mighty procession. until they appeared outside the capital city of the Kingdom of Thunder. These huge teams were then dispersed. Just as Leon was about to summon the psychic ninja beast over, a group of cloud ninjas suddenly appeared in front of them. There are 6 people in total, 1 elite Jonin, 2 Jonin, and 3 elite Chunin, and it seems that they are all members of the Yi family. Protect Her Royal Highness the Princess. Before Leon and the others could react, the Princess Chief Guard and the elite Jonin appeared at the same time to protect Miko. Are you the ninjas from the Yi family? Are you here for Yi Moxie? During these few days in Daming Prefecture, there was no reaction from the Yi family and the Hidden Cloud Village. Even the daimyo of Daming Prefecture did not cause them any trouble. Leon thought it was his own strength that prevented these people from acting rashly. Now it seems that he overestimated his influence. At least these ninjas who looked like they were from the Yi family did not care about his existence. Yes, we are going to the Yi clan, Lord Yamashiro Leon. We are not here to look for you this time. Hand over Akaya Sasuke, and you can leave the Land of Lightning safely. Your Highness, the Princess of the Fire Nation, what happened here has nothing to do with you. You can leave. The people of the Yi family are not so arrogant as to make things difficult for the princess of a big country without any reason. The leading elite Jonin spoke to Miko with great respect. Hand over Sasuke. Even Yi, the patriarch of your Yi family, doesn't dare to say that in front of me. Does your clan leader Yi Uia know about this operation? Leon was also quite curious. Are the people of the Yi family really so stubborn, or is it that the fourth Raikage, Yi Ui, is more stubborn? Does he really think that he doesn't dare to kill people in the Land of Thunder? The clan leader didn't know about this operation. It was the elders who gave the order. I hope Mr. Leon won't make things difficult for us. Just hand Akaya Sasuke over to us. The elite Jonin of the Yi family was very nervous at this moment. According to the description of the clan leader Endarui, Yamashiro Leon's strength is not weaker than that of the third Raikage. If the elder hadn't said this time that we could capture Akaya Sasuke and use his blood to cultivate and study the Sharingan. If a female ninja from the Yi clan were to mate with Akaya Sasuke, they would give birth to a new Yi clan member with the physique and Sharingan of the Yi clan. That would be a revolutionary reform and a qualitative leap for the Yi family. If you retreat now, I can pretend that nothing happened. If you continue to pester me, I don't mind killing you all. As Leon spoke, a strong murderous aura filled the air, causing the 6 ninjas of the Yi family to break out in cold sweats. They felt that the air had become thick and even breathing had become difficult, as if they would suffocate to death at any moment. Mr. Leon, I hope you won't be embarrassed. Bang! Before the man could finish his words, a powerful chakra flow burst out and knocked the 6 of them away. It seems that you don't take me seriously at all. If that's the case, then be prepared to die. Akaya, Keiko, the 2 of you deal with those 3 elite Chunins. Sasuke, what do you think about leaving 2 Jonin for you? Under Leon's powerful murderous aura and chakra burst, the 6 people couldn't even move. Leon squinted his eyes and looked at them as if they were dead, then turned his head and asked Sasuke and the other 2, Leon, leave those 3 elite Chunins to me and Keiko. We haven't had a proper battle in so many days. What do you think? Keiko, one of the leaves in the pine tree, twisted its neck, looking lazy. No problem for me. I just happen to have some ideas that need a suitable opponent to test. Murakami. Keiko looked at the 3 elite Chunins, thinking in her mind how she would kill them all. 2 Jonin, that's just what I want. Akaya Sasuke looked at the 2 Yazuki clan Jonin, his eyes full of fighting spirit. Okay, you can go on your way. Leon didn't move, just a look. The next moment, the elite Jonin of the Yi family was staring at everyone in confusion. It was like being crushed by an invisible hand. Is this the true strength of Yamashiro Leon? Can he kill an elite Jonin with just a glance without using his hands? The elite Jonin standing next to Miko felt boundless fear at this moment. Although Leon would not kill him, Leon's terrifying strength made him feel scared and uneasy. If this elite Jonin was just terrified and scared, then Yui, the captain of the guard beside Miko, was dumbfounded. He could no longer express his emotion with fear. He was full of hostility towards Shancheng Leon before, and now he felt cold sweat on his back when he thought about it. Get ready, the 5 of them will be able to move soon. Leon put away his murderous intent and chakra flow, and stopped restraining the 5 people in front of him. After Leon removed the restraints, these 5 people were not prepared to fight Sasuke and the other 3. Instead, they fled far away as soon as possible, especially the 2 senior ninjas from the Yi family, who even activated their chakra armor. Go back. If you defeat my 3 companions, I can let you go. If you keep running away, I will kill you. Leon appeared in front of the 5 of them in an instant, stopping them as they were about to separate and escape. When the 5 heard what Leon said, they couldn't help but swallow and nodded in horror. They were so frightened that they were speechless. An elite Jonin who can completely defeat the 5 of them. In front of Yamashiro Leon, he didn't even need to do anything. He actually killed the elite Jonin with just a glance. Such strength is no longer comparable to that of the Third Raikage. At this moment, the 5 of them had no choice but to believe what Leon said. If you win the battle you might survive, but if you continue to run away you will surely die. Lightning escape, ground walk, lightning release, thunderball, lightning release, thunder sword. Leon untied the 5 of them. The 3 elite Chunin members of the Yazuki clan immediately used ninjutsu to attack Ikaya and Keiko. At the same time, the 3 of them also activated their lightning armor. This is a compulsory course for formal members of their Yi family. If anyone fails to learn this, he will be laughed at by his fellow clan members, just like an adult of the Akaya clan who has not opened the Sharingan. They started with 3 sea-level lightning-released ninjutsu, and then the 3 of them rushed towards Yae and Keiko in tacit understanding. He didn't care whether the 2 of them could stop it or not. I just want to defeat these 2 as quickly as possible. Killing them is definitely not an option because the scary guy Leon Shancheng is watching us. Facing the joint attack of 3 elite Chunins from the Yi family. Yae uses fire style, Great Dragon Fire Jutsu. Keiko followed Yae and used Wind Jutsu, increasing the power and attack speed of Yae Fire Jutsu. The 3 elite Chunins of the Yi family were forced to dodge when faced with such a fire-style ninjutsu attack. This caused the 3 of them to fail in their initial action plan. How could Yae and Huizi give them the chance to get close? The Yi family ninjutsu is very powerful. Although both of them are good at physical skills, there is still a gap compared to the ninjas of the Yi family. Illusion, psychedelic mist. Huizi quickly formed seals, and soon a large amount of thick fog appeared around her and Yae. The effect is similar to the mist hidden technique of the Hidden Mist Village. The range is not as wide, but it has psychedelic abilities. The 3 elite Chunins of the Yi family entered the fog and fell into the swamp the next moment. The body is unable to move, and the more it twists, the deeper it sinks. Oops, we are trapped in an illusion. We must break it quickly, or it will be too late. Wind style, wind cutting technique. As if to verify their guess, the 3 of them broke the illusion in just 3 to 5 seconds. But one of them was cut in half on the spot. Water style, psychedelic thousand bones. Wind style, wind cutting technique. The 2 surviving elite Chunins of the Yi family who had just recovered dodged Yae wind style ninjutsu. However, Mizu Zenbon failed to completely avoid Keiko, and both of them were pierced with several wounds as thick as fingers. Water style, water dragon bullet. Wind style, great breakthrough. Combined ninjutsu, Water Dragon Hurricane. This is the combination ninjutsu that Leon finally developed after asking the 2 to cooperate in it. At the beginning, Leon asked Yae to use fire style and Keiko to use wind style, so that the fire would take advantage of the wind and the wind would take advantage of the fire. The power caused is not as simple as 1 + 1. Not to mention those who are far away. Just take the already dead Kakazu as an example. His combination of ninjutsu is still very terrifying. However, the direction of this duo combination is different from what Leon said, but the power is still very strong. Faced with such ninjutsu, the 2 elite Chunins of the Yi family were ultimately unable to block it, and their bodies were directly disintegrated. Okay, next it up to you 2 to fight Sasuke. As I said before, if you beat Sasuke I will let you go. Initially Leon released the restraints on the 5, but he wanted to watch Akiba Keiko fight before watching Sasuke, so the two Yi family senior ninjas were restrained once again. The two of them did not dare to express the slightest dissatisfaction. "You two performed well today. Take a rest first and watch the battle between Sasuke and the two Jonin next." Leon didn't expect that the two of them would cooperate so well now. At the same time, facing three ninjas of equal strength, he was able to kill the three opponents without getting hurt. Leon was already very satisfied with the outcome of this battle. "Your Highness, should we continue to wait here, or should we leave and return to the Land of Fire?" Just as Sasuke was fighting with two Yazuki clan Jonin, the captain of the cross-country guard asked Miko for instructions. "Wait, I don't want to travel 4 or 5 days in a carriage. Wait for their battle to be over, and then continue riding on that big Ninja Hawk." The ride on the Ninja Hawk was not bumpy at all, and it would only take her more than 2 hours to reach the capital of the Land of Fire, and the strong man Lian Shansheng is protecting her. It would be much safer and more comfortable than leaving now without the protection of a strong man. No matter what choice she makes, as long as she is not a fool, she will know to continue waiting for Leon and then ride the Ninja Hawk back to the Fire Kingdom. Lightning style, Chidori. I don't know if it because of the battle 5 days ago that Sasuke's strength has improved. The moment the battle started, Sasuke killed one person quickly with a speed that surpassed that of two Jonin. "Damn it, Akaya Sasuke, I didn't expect you to be so powerful." Lightning release, heavy flow explosion. The last Jonin, at this moment, he forgot his fear because of his anger and now only wanted to kill Sasuke. Lightning release, Chidori style, flash. This is the sword drawing technique that Sasuke learned from Miko, but Sasuke modified it into a sword technique that is more suitable for himself. Whether it's speed, strength or sharp cutting ability, it surpasses Miko in all aspects. The two flashed by. They were standing back to back for more than 10 meters before both sides stopped. Sasuke made a sword flower, then put the chakra-long sword in his hand back into the scabbard. On the other side, the Yi family senior ninja had his right arm and neck fall off his body the next moment. The entire wound surface is not very smooth. After all, it is lightning attribute chakra, not wind attribute chakra that is cutting, so it is not that smooth. "Yes, your strength has improved again. Now you are not far from being an elite Jonin. Even if you were prepared, the elite Jonin would not be your match." Leon patted Sasuke's shoulder in encouragement. Sasuke said nothing, but it was obvious that he enjoyed Leon's encouragement. "Yamashiro Leon, can we go back to the Fire Nation now?" Miko spoke only after she saw that the battle here was over. "Yes, ninja technique, psychic summoning technique." Bang! The next moment, the huge ninja eagle from last time appeared again. "Good morning, Master." When Ninja Hawk came over, he greeted Leon. "Well, good morning. I am going to trouble you again this time. Take us to the capital of the Fire Nation." This time, Leon didn't need to make any arrangements. The off-road guard captain and the elite senior ninja took Miko up. "Sasuke, congratulations on becoming more and more powerful. We won't let you improve your strength alone. The two of us will slowly catch up." When Yae saw Sasuke killing two Jonin more easily than he and Keiko, he knew that the gap between them and Sasuke had widened again. "Okay, let go with the Ninja Hawk. Returning to the Fire Kingdom is very convenient." Not long after Leon and his friends left, Darui arrived with his men. "Captain Darui, Itluka and the other 3. Captain Takizawa isn't here." The 6 people who came to capture Akaya Sasuke this time were led by Takizawa. Now there are only the bodies of 2 Jonin and 1 elite Chunin. No need to look for him. Since Takizawa encountered Yamashiro Leon and had a conflict with them, he should be dead. Darui knew how terrifying the mountain city of Leon was, and he had no ability to resist it. Takizawa's strength is far inferior to his, and he will only die if he meets Yamashiro Leon. "Finally you are back. Our Konoha is still the best." Along the way, Leon sent Miko to the capital of the Fire Nation and took the mission certificate from the mission client. He rejected Miko's invitation and returned to Konoha on a Ninja Hawk without staying for a while. "Okay, After you get checked out you can go home and get some rest. Leon looked at the duo of Konoha Gate gods and felt like complaining. Why is there no one to take over from them? Leon, I am going back first. After passing the inspection of the two Konoha Gate gods, Yi left in a flash as soon as he entered Konoha. Keiko and Sasuke also said goodbye to Leon and left. Well, I still have to go to the Hokage office and turn in the mission. Boom boom boom, come in. Hokage-sama, these are the details of this mission. Leon handed Tsunade the mission certificate. At the same time, he discovered that in addition to Tsunade and Shizune, the little girl Haruno Sakura was also in the Hokage office. Not bad, it was pretty fast. The task was completed in 6 days. Next, there is a very important task for you to complete. This is the task scroll. Tsunade's smile disappeared and a hint of anger appeared on her face. Leon didn't waste any time, took the mission scroll and read the contents carefully. Hokage-sama, I would like to take Hakaya Sasuke with me. Leon put away the mission scroll, thought about it, and made a request. This task was originally to be carried out by him alone, and it was not difficult for him at all. He was able to complete the mission easily, but one of the people on the mission had some relationship with Sasuke. Leon thought it would be better to take Sasuke with him. Tell me, why did you bring Hakaya Sasuke with you? Tsunade couldn't help but frown when she heard Leon's request. Hokage-sama, I will complete this mission. There is a reason why I brought Sasuke with me, but I can't tell you now. You will know later. Leon didn't say why, but if Tsunade agreed, he would take Sasuke with him. The strong have the right to be willful. Okay, I allow you to bring Hakaya Sasuke with you. When are you going to do this mission? Tsunade thought about it and decided that with Leon's strength, he could easily complete this task, and it would be fine to bring Hakaya Sasuke along. She was just curious about why Leon brought Sasuke along. Do you want to hone him, train him and improve his combat capabilities? Forget it. Don't think about it anymore. As long as it doesn't harm Konoha, let Leon do whatever he wants. In the afternoon, I just got back and I don't feel like moving now. I will take a nap when I get home and then take Sasuke with me to carry out this mission in the afternoon. Okay, you can leave now. After Tsunade knew about Leon's arrangement, she stopped talking to him. Only Haruno Sakura was concerned about what kind of mission this was and why Leon asked Sasuke to go with him on the mission. And judging from her master reaction, this mission should be very dangerous, and she is more worried about Sasuke's safety. However, this task was given to Leon by the master himself, and she had no right to ask about it. Leon was speechless. He changed his attitude so quickly. After leaving the Hokage building, Leon went directly to his own hot pot restaurant. Ever since more and more ninjas discovered that they had eaten Leon hot pot, it can enhance their physical fitness and improve their strength slightly. Leon hot pot restaurant is becoming more and more popular. Some people also asked him where he got the ingredients from, but how could Leon tell them after eating hot pot? Leon went home to rest. Around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, Leon found Hakaya Sasuke. Today, Sasuke didn't go to training. Leon, what do you want from me? Sasuke, who was in a daze at home, was a little surprised to see Leon coming over. There is an S-rank mission, just 10 kilometers outside our Konoha village. I want to take you with me to do this mission. What do you think? Are you interested? Leon cuts straight to the point without any nonsense. Let go. A minute later, Sasuke took his ninja tool bag and chakra sword and locked the door. As expected of you, this is quite fast and there is no extra stuff to carry. After leaving Konoha, the two ran for 7 or 8 kilometers and stopped in front of a big tree. The entrance is right under this big tree. When we enter this underground base, we have only one mission, that is to kill everyone you see. Hearing what Leon said, Sasuke nodded to show that he knew without even asking. Leon said nothing more and led the way into the underground base from the big tree. This underground base, apart from being a bit dark, has good air circulation. There is a long passage as you come in. The passage is about 10 meters wide and 4 or 5 meters high. There are torches on the walls on both sides every 3 meters for lighting. When he first came in, Leon killed the 2 Chunins guarding here. Because of the difference in strength, The two Chunins didn't even have time to react before being killed by Leon. Follow me. There are more than 20 people here. Everything in this underground base is within Leon perception. After walking about 35 meters forward and turning left 20 meters away, there is a more spacious underground hall. The hall is rectangular, 150 meters long, 90 meters wide, and about 7 or 8 meters high. Sasuke, I leave all these people to you. Kill them all without leaving any alive. There are 23 people here in total, including 8 Chunins and 15 Genins. Enemy attack, kill the invaders. Leon and Sasuke arrival was not concealed at all. This was discovered by this group of ninjas. Fire style, great fireball technique. Fire style, flame bullet. Wind style, wind cutting technique. Water release, great water current. Earthen sense earthen. These people ninjutsu were all thrown at Leon and Sasuke. Leon stood still as a chakra shield appeared in a semicircle to protect him. The ninjutsu of these ninjas had no effect on Leon's chakra energy shield. At this moment, Sasuke had already rushed over, with the chakra long sword in his hand. Under his superb swordsmanship, one ninja after another fell to the ground and died. These ninjas only used ninjutsu once at the beginning, and were all killed by Sasuke in just 3 minutes. How does it feel? Is it very suitable for honing your sword skills? Leon revoked the chakra energy shield and came to Sasuke and teased. They are too weak, but they are still very good for training swordsmanship. I need more people like them. Just now, Sasuke discovered that the swordsmanship that he had previously thought was not easy to use became better after killing a large number of ninjas. His swordsmanship was further improved, and he performed it more and more smoothly. Sasuke believed that if there were a large number of such ninjas to feed him with his swordsmanship would be improved to a higher level. Don't worry, there are more than 100 such ninjas here, as well as several strong Jonin and 2 elite Jonin. These people will satisfy you accordingly. If they cannot satisfy you, there is still a ninja who has barely reached the level of Kage for you to fight. As Leon spoke, Sasuke became more and more satisfied. Water style, water dragon bullet. Earth escape, earth dragon bullet. Fire style, great dragon fire technique. Wind style, wind net. Lightning release, thunder snake. In another hall, Leon and Sasuke encountered another wave of ninjas. These ninjas are stronger than the previous ones. There are also about 20 of them, but there are several elite Chunins among them. As soon as Leon and Sasuke arrived, they were attacked. I will leave it to you, Sasuke. Leon pushed away a distance and left the battlefield to Sasuke. Sasuke rushed into the crowd just like before. Kill a ninja with one sword. There was an elite Chunin who used a long sword to resist Sasuke, but under Sasuke's chakra long sword, it was cut off directly, and the next moment the neck of this elite Chunin was cut off. There was another ninja who used a kunai to attack Sasuke, but Sasuke grabbed the kunai with his left hand and wiped the ninja neck with his backhand. The man covered his bleeding neck with his hands and soon fell to the ground and died. TSK, Sasuke is really decisive. If he can kill with one strike, he won't use a second strike. Leon watched Sasuke fight quietly not far away, but some people are unwilling to let him have so much free time. Just then a Genin threw 3 shurikens at him. Leon didn't even move. A repulsive force appeared, accurately controlling the 3 shurikens to return, instantly hitting the Genin forehead, heart and neck. At this moment, Leon's eyes changed from black to yellow, but he did not activate the Samsara Eye chakra mode. After all, opening the Samsara Eye and using repulsion to kill a Genin was already giving him a lot of face. Leon's eyes then returned to their previous black color. The battle on Sasuke's side eventually alarmed the people in the underground base. More and more people are rushing here. Leon sensed that there were nearly 80 ninjas rushing towards them, including the target of Leon and his team mission this time. This person is also heading this way. Sasuke, someone is coming, hurry up and deal with these people. There are many people waiting for you. Kill them all immediately. Sasuke gave up the idea of training his swordsmanship and increased the speed of killing enemy ninjas. 2 minutes later, Sasuke killed all the ninjas here before a large number of enemy ninjas arrived. It was Yamashiro Leon and Akaya Sasuke who invaded. This group of people rushed over and stopped 20 meters away from Leon. The person who spoke was a man with orange hair. Leon recognized this man. He was Danzo's subordinate Yamanaka Poko. There is also a ninja from the Aburame clan next to him, and their target of this mission, Danzo Shimura. Yamashiro Leon, Akaya Sasuke, you are so brave that you dare to trespass into my base. You have killed so many of my subordinates. If you two don't give me a satisfactory answer today, then be prepared to die here. Danzo Shimura stared at Leon and Sasuke with murderous intent. Sasuke didn't care about Danzo's murderous intent at all, and Leon wouldn't care at all, because his murderous intent was not as strong as Leon's own. Shimura Danzo disobeyed the orders of the Hokage and secretly gathered far more members than the captain of the Anbu should have. They secretly stole the body tissues of Hidan and Kakazu, and used the living people in the village for research. Now we have received a mission from the Hokage to wipe you out. Will this answer satisfy you? Shimura Danzo has a lot of problems and a lot of negative information, but Leon is too lazy to talk about it. That what's written on the mission scroll. I did this all for Konoha. What does that little girl Tsunade know for Konoha? I am willing to sacrifice everything. All of this is to make Konoha stronger. I am not wrong. What does that little girl Tsunade know that she dares to judge me? Shimura Danzo seemed to be greatly insulted and said angrily, haha, I don't care about these. I received a mission and I must carry it out. You, Shimura Danzo, will definitely die today. Leon was too lazy to waste time talking to this guy, who had deceived himself, brainwashed himself, and believed it all. Expect him to admit his mistake? That impossible. Even Sarutobi Hiruzen couldn't do that. Sasuke, I leave all these people to you. I will keep these three for you for now. After saying that, Leon waved his hand and 3 chakra balls appeared, instantly covering Danzo Shimura, Kase Yamanaka, and Nemoto Aburame. This trapped the 3 of them separately, and no matter how hard they resisted, they couldn't break Leon's chakra ball. In addition to the 3 of them, there are nearly 80 ninjas here. Among them are 6 special Jonin, 12 elite Chunins, and 20 Chunins and Genins. Among the 80 ninjas, half of them are Genin. Leave it to me. I need this person to hone my sword skills. Sharingan open. Sasuke had not opened the 3 Magatama Sharingan before. Now with so many people around, it would be easy for him to get hurt without opening the Sharingan. It different with the 3 Magneto Sharingan. With dynamic vision, you can know what these ninjas want to do next. Sasuke can know it in advance through the 3 Magatama Sharingan, and make corresponding counterattacks to kill it. Sasuke rushed into the crowd just like before. His movements were very agile and fast. Often after killing one person, before that person could react, Sasuke had already started fighting with the second or third person. How should I put it? Leon looked at Sasuke fighting style and felt that it was similar to the way Akaya Madara fought in the Edo Tensei form. Wind style, great breakthrough. 8-10 After Sasuke killed more than 20 people in a row, 10 ninjas jointly used the same wind-style ninjutsu. The wind-style ninjutsu of 10 people has a huge range and power. Sasuke activated the lightning release, Chidori style, but he himself was not injured. But he was also blown away by the wind-style ninjutsu. Cut, lightning style, Chidori style, pulse. Sasuke brushed off the dust on his body, and the next moment a powerful lightning-style ninjutsu appeared. Lightning flashed in the air, covering a very wide range. The lightning was like a dense net, basically covering the 60 surviving ninjas. Use Earth Escape Defense quickly. Earth Release, Earth Flow Wall. X15 Water Style, Water Array Wall. The ninja used water-style ninjutsu to resist in a hurry. But he forgot that water is conductive. This jutsu of Sasuke was not taught to Sasuke by Leon again, but when Leon was fighting with Sasuke and Keiko Akaiba, it was tried once, and was copied by Sasuke using the 3 Magatama Sharingan. Because it was a ninjutsu derived from the Chidori series, Sasuke learned it quickly. This time, Sasuke ninjutsu reduced the original 60 people to only more than 20 people, and the others were basically either seriously injured and unconscious or dead. The remaining 20-odd people are now basically all injured. TSK, that really pitiful, don't you think? Elder Danzo, Leon said with a grin as he came up to Danzo. Danzo himself naturally didn't care about the deaths of his subordinates, he cares more about his own life and death. 10 minutes later, except for the 3 people trapped by Leon, all the others were killed by Sasuke. Should I take care of these 2 people, or should I use them for your training? Leon pointed at Yamanaka Kase and Aburame Torin. These 2 are also very weak among the elite Jonin, not to mention Kakashi. Even if Asuma came, he could kill these 2 people alone. Aburame Togen is relatively okay, especially Yamanaka Fu, who can barely be called an elite Jonin in Leon's opinion. No, let this yellow-haired guy out first. I want to deal with him myself. Sasuke is now very close to the strength of an elite Jonin. During this time, under Leon's instruction and through fighting with the enemy, he improved many of his ninjutsu, taijutsu, and swordsmanship. Most importantly, his combat experience increased the most. This man is called Yamanaka Feng, and he is a member of Ino clan. I think you should know the abilities of this family. He has the strength of an elite Jonin. Although he is not a combat-oriented ninja, he is a perception and torture-oriented ninja. But don't be careless when fighting him. Leon waved his hand and the chakra ball that trapped Shan Zongfeng disappeared. The first thing Yamanaka Feng did when he resumed his activities was not to fight with Sasuke. Instead, he picked up a kunai and attacked Shimura Danzo chakra ball. It was obvious that he wanted to rescue Danzo as soon as possible. This action caused Sasuke to not attack him immediately, but instead frowned as he watched Yamanaka Feng continue to attack the chakra ball. Haha, it's useless. With your current strength, you can't break my chakra ball. Leon knew from Shan Zongfeng behavior that this guy thought his chakra ball was the same as the water prison jutsu. Like a water dungeon, it can trap people and cannot be broken from the inside, but it can be easily broken from the outside. It's just that Leon's chakra ball has nothing to do with the water prison water, nor is it a reference to the water prison water. Secret technique. The art of mind-to-mind transformation. Shan Zongfeng tried it and found that he really couldn't break the chakra ball. After hearing what Leon said, he turned around and used the family secret technique on him. Humphrey, you don't know how to live or die. You attack me, then die. How could Leon's mental strength be matched by a mere Shan Zongfeng when Shan Zongfeng was about to enter Leon's spiritual world? Shattered by Leon's powerful mental storm, Shan Zongfeng's spirit was destroyed in an instant. The next moment, Shan Zongfeng fell to the ground and died. You killed him how? In Sasuke vision, Yamanaka Fu used the mind transfer technique. With Leon's contemptuous snort, the next moment Shan Zongfeng fell to the ground and died. Okay, forget about him. The next one is from Shino clan. He also plays with bugs, and his bugs are extremely poisonous. Just be careful when we fight later. I will let him out now. Leon waved again and the Aburame Tone was released. When he was first released, he did not attack the chakra ball that trapped Shimura Danzo like Yamanaka Feng did. Instead, he looked at Leon and Sasuke warily. A large number of bugs appeared on his body. The bugs on his body were nano-sized, and to others, they looked like a floating black cloud. The bugs that Aburame took the route from split into 3 waves, one flew towards Sasuke, and another flew towards Leon. The last and largest wave of bugs flew towards Danzo Shimura. The moment it touches the chakra ball, it immediately wraps it up, trying to continuously devour the chakra. The idea of the Aburame taking the route was good, but the chakra ball Leon casually created was not simple. It has the ability to absorb chakra, and its ability to absorb chakra is more powerful than the bugs in Aburame Togen body that devour the enemy chakra. Before these insects had a chance to devour the chakra of the chakra ball, their chakra was absorbed by the chakra ball instead. These bugs had no chakra and died immediately. The best ninjutsu to deal with insects is of course fire release, and Sasuke fire release ninjutsu is not bad either. Fire style, great fireball technique. A huge fireball with a diameter of 12 meters burned all the flying insects to death. The bugs that flew towards Leon were all killed by the purple lightning on his body. The first wave of attacks by Aburame Togan were completely ineffective. Secret technique. Insect Jade. Aburame Togan stretched out his hand and another large wave of bugs emerged from his body. The cloud of insects formed this time was much larger than before. It was almost overwhelming, and this time it didn't disperse, but flew straight towards Sasuke. Fire style. Great Dragon Fire technique. Sasuke used another wave of fire ninjutsu, but this time, the cloud of insects seemed to have intelligence and formed a big circle. The dragon head formed by the Haolong fire passed through the circle of insects. The fire escape technique used by Sasuke this time did not cause any substantial damage to this wave of insects. Only a small number of insects died in the edge areas, but compared with the large group of insects, it was really too few. These dead insects can basically be ignored. Fire style. Phoenix Chloride. This time they used fire escape to attack in a scattered group, but it was still useless against the flying insects, and they still dodged them. However, these flying flames attacked Aburame Togan. Aburame Togan used the body flickering technique to dodge. Earth Release. Earth Flow Wall. Aburame Togan dodged several flames attacking him, but several shurikens in the flames attacked him. Aburame quickly formed hand seals in the air and completed the earth escape ninjutsu the moment she landed. A wall of earth appeared in front of him, blocking the shuriken attacking him. Hey, it turns out the Aburame clan also knows other ninjutsu. Leon recalled that Shino also used the three-body technique when he was in school. The Aburame clan is a relatively famous ninja clan, and Aburame Togan is a relatively talented ninja. It's normal to know a few earth-style ninjutsu. Lightning style. Chidori style. I don't know if it was because of Aburame distraction or maybe it was because of the lightning released ninjutsu. The bugs that were very agile and knew how to dodge just now were now all electrocuted to death by Sasuke. Through this incident, Sasuke guessed that the bugs just now should be related to the Aburame taking root to control them. Because of the attack of fire-style ninjutsu and shuriken, Aburame Togan was distracted and the insect lost the ability to dodge flexibly. Lightning Release. Chidori Senbon. Thinking of this, Sasuke remotely fired more than a dozen lightning strikes at the Aburame. This kind of Senbon is not something that ordinary Senbon can easily resist. If the enemy uses a kunai to block, he will be paralyzed by the 1,000 electric shocks formed by this lightning attribute chakra. As a result, they lose the ability to move, and what awaits them next is being harvested by the caster. Because there were too many Senbon, Aburame Togan couldn't dodge them completely and could only release a large number of bugs from her body. A black shield of bugs formed in front of him. While fending off the Chidori Senbon, Aburame Togan once again released a large number of bugs to attack Sasuke. The continuous release of 4 waves of insects caused Aburame's chakra to be rapidly depleted. He doesn't have as much chakra as Sasuke. In just a short while, the continuous and high-intensity use of a large amount of chakra has consumed half of Aburame's chakra. Those bugs that flew out of his body were fed by him using chakra. Fire style. Great Fireball technique. Lightning style. Chidori style. The fire ninjutsu used by Sasuke did not have much effect. The bugs dodged nimbly and Sasuke knew that these bugs were now controlled by the Aburame Togan. With Chidori style covering his entire body, Sasuke appeared in front of Aburame Togan almost instantly. The speed is so fast that it has surpassed the flying speed of insects. Lightning Release. Chidori style. Flash. It was too fast. With the blessing of the 3 Magatama Sharingan and the blessing of lightning released ninjutsu, combined with his swordsmanship, Aburame Tano had one of her arms cut off by Sasuke who was close to her. I don't know if the fallen arm is the result of being separated from Aburame body. After landing, he was quickly devoured by the bugs in his arms, leaving no trace. Akaya Sasuke, let die together. With an arm broken and now being approached by Sasuke, Aburame no longer had any hope of winning. If it were any other enemy, the phosphorus bugs on the body of the Aburame Tsuchiya could quickly poison the enemy to death. But Sasuke was covered in lightning, and his phosphorus bugs couldn't even get close before being electrocuted to death. Even the poisonous mist released by the insects was burned by the high temperature of Sasuke lightning. Aburamtone felt that Sasuke was very self-controlled. This made many of his original advantages no longer exist. After Aburamtone said this, the phosphorus bug in his body instantly devoured it, feeding on all of his chakra and flesh and blood. There were a lot of bugs this time. Leon appeared in front of Sasuke in an instant. Fire style, great fireball technique. The huge fireball filled the entire passage, and all the bugs were burned to death by Leon fire escape. The passage here is different from other places. It is 20 meters wide and 6 meters high. Do you need to rest? This Shimura Danzo has the strength of a cage. Are you sure you want to fight him after dealing with the last bug of Aburamtogen? Leon and Sasuke looked at Danzo Shimura. Leon Shansheng, let me go, and everything here will be yours. Shimura Dan hid inside the chakra ball and struggled for so long. This made him realize one thing, that he might not be a match for Leon Shansheng. He talked about making sacrifices for Konoha, but those sacrifices were made at the cost of other people's lives. He himself would not make sacrifices for Konoha. Perhaps a long time ago, he was able to make sacrifices for Konoha, but after living a life of superiority for a long time and being corrupted by power, he could no longer do it. Haha, Lord Hokage has already assigned you a task for your matter. Today you definitely have only one way to go, and that is a dead end. Leon came in front of Danzo and waved his hand, and the chakra ball that trapped Shimura Danzo disappeared. But before Shimura Danzo could react, Leon attacked him. Shimura Danzo felt dizziness before his eyes, and the next moment he felt a sharp pain in his right eye. So this is what it feels like to have your eyes gouged out alive. Danzo Shimura covered his painful right eye with his right hand. At this moment, blood was flowing from his right eye and he couldn't cover it with his hand. Damn you Yamashiro Leon! Give me back my Mangekyo Sharingan. Danzo Shimura looked at Leon viciously with his remaining left eye. At this time, Leon took out a bottle with green water in it from his ninja tool bag. In front of Shimura Danzo, Leon put Shizue eyes in it and let them soak. Sasuke was confused at this time, and then he reacted. This old guy dug out the eyes of their Akaya clan members. Although he didn't know whose Mangekyo Sharingan this was, it didn't stop him from wanting to kill the old man in front of him. Fire style, great fireball technique. Sasuke didn't give Shimura Danzo a chance to continue talking nonsense. Humphrey, you born evil Akaya brat, I will kill you with my own hands. Wind style, great breakthrough. I have to say that Shimura Danzo wind style ninjutsu is quite impressive. The huge fireball that Sasuke just threw was blown back by Danzo wind jutsu. Luckily, Sasuke reacted quickly and dodged it easily. I have reserved your 3 Magatama Sharingan. Danzo Shimura did not continue to attack, but instead removed the bandage wrapped around his right arm. There is also a piece of unknown metal inside. As these things were removed, Shimura Danzo's right arm was exposed. This scene made Sasuke completely angry. Shimura Danzo, go to hell. Akaya Sasuke quickly rushed to Shimura Danzo. His swordsmanship had no effect on Danzo. All the continuous physical and swordsmanship attacks were broken by Danzo Shimura. He would pat Sasuke from time to time. Such an attack did not cause any harm to Sasuke. This made Sasuke not care too much about these things, and instead he tried desperately to kill Danzo Shimura. As time passed, at a certain moment, Danzo Shimura used the jutsu of self-binding. He grabbed Akaya Sasuke's neck with his right hand and lifted him up. This made Sasuke unable to move his entire body, and even his chakra was sealed. Your pair of 3 Magatama Sharingan now belongs to me. The reason why Danzo Shimura did not kill Sasuke at the beginning was because Leon was by his side. On the other hand, it was to seize the opportunity to dig out Sasuke 3 Magatama Sharingan. The opportunity has come now, but Shimura Danzo's attention is still on Leon. Damn it, move now. Sasuke tried to break Danzo Shimura's self-cursed binding technique, but his attempts were in vain. Leon saw this scene not far away and knew that Sasuke's current strength was still a little lacking, so he did not have the ability to forcibly break the self-curse technique. In the original work, Sasuke was also bound by Shimura Danzo's own curse technique, which strangled his neck and sealed his chakra, making his body unable to move. In the end, he was angered by Shimura Danzo trash talk, and with his own Mangekyo Sharingan, his strength reached the level of Kage. So at the last moment he forcibly broke through Shimura Danzo's self-curse binding technique. "You are just like Akaya Ichi, one of the evil Akaya. I asked him to kill all the Akaya back then, but Akaya Ichi threatened me with important information about Konoha and asked me to let you go. I disagreed, but Hiruzen finally compromised and agreed. Now it seems that Hiruzen was wrong. Only what I said is right." Having said that, Danzo Shimura stretched out his left hand and prepared to dig out Sasuke's eyes. A purple lightning laser suddenly appeared and cut off Danzo Shimura's right arm. The next moment Sasuke fell from midair, and the long sword in his hand pierced Shimura Danzo's heart. But soon, Danzo Shimura appeared again not far away, and the arm that Leon had just cut off was still on his body. The heart that was pierced by Akaya Sasuke's long sword also recovered to its original state. "Leon, what going on?" The right arm that was strangling his neck and Danzo Shimura, who was lying on the ground, also disappeared at this moment. Sasuke had never seen such a strange situation before, so he quickly asked Leon, "Izanagi, Shimura Danzo used your Akaya clan forbidden technique, Izanagi. This is a top-level illusion. The caster uses the Sharingan to record his own status and can turn anything that is unfavorable to him into a dream. Even death and injury can be transformed into dreams. Things that are beneficial to oneself can be turned into reality, but the price is that the caster will permanently lose one of his Sharingan eyesight. So it is listed as a forbidden technique of the Akaya clan. Izanagi needs at least 3 Magatama Sharingan to perform." "Did you see the 10-3 Magatama Sharingan in his hand?" "There happens to be a 3 Magatama Sharingan with its eyes closed right now. That Sharingan is useless now." Leon did not use Izanagi in Will Village Danzo. Anyway, the Mangekyo Sharingan that could threaten Sasuke was taken away by him. Without Shizue Mangekyo, Danzo Shimura cannot use Kodoa Matsukami to control Sasuke. This is also what Shimura Danzo didn't know Leon was thinking. If he knew, he would definitely scold him. In his eyes, Akaya Sasuke could be taken down in a minute if Shizue's eyes had not been dug out. He will use Kodoa Matsukami on Yamashiro Leon, giving himself a powerful subordinate. What Danzo Shimura didn't know was that even if Shizue Mangekyo was not taken away by Leon, other gods are also useless against Leon. So, the 10-3 Magatama Sharingan on his arms can give him 10 lives. This was also the first time Sasuke had heard of the forbidden technique called Izanagi. It sounds very powerful, but he doesn't plan to use it. He will go blind if he uses it once. Such a forbidden technique is not suitable for him. That right. Judging from his behavior just now, he is using the Sharingan on his arm as a resurrection coin. Although Sasuke had never heard of the words resurrection coins, it was not difficult for him to understand the meaning of these 3 words. It's amazing to think that these Sharingans were gouged out from the eyes of the tribesmen. The anger in his heart burned again. Wind style, vacuum jade. While Leon and Sasuke were explaining, Danzo wind style ninjutsu also came over. This time he mainly attacked Leon. After all, Sasuke was no match for him. "Sasuke, please retreat first. You are no match for him now. Wait until I cripple him and then kill him to avenge your people." Leon was determined to kill Danzo Shimura, and it was already good enough to give Sasuke the chance to kill Danzo. The missions issued by Tsunade would not allow Danzo to continue living. All we can say is that Sasuke does not have the strength to kill Danzo Shimura with his own hands now, so he can only blame himself. Leon felt that he had given Sasuke a chance, and in the end, he could only give him a half-dead Danzo to kill. Even though it wasn't Sasuke who took it down personally, it can still be considered revenge. Leon acted quickly. He instantly appeared in front of Danzo and cut him in half with one sword. The next moment, Danzo was resurrected not far away. Leon knew Shimura Danzo Izanagi, but he used him into a castrated version, and a Sharingan could only exist for 1 minute. For the same Izanagi, Akaya Obito can maintain it for 5 minutes by consuming a 3 Magatama Sharingan. Akaya Madara can use up 1 Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan and maintain it for several days. Leon had no interest in the 3 Magatama Sharingan on Danzo arm. It would just take a few more minutes to kill him. Let Danzo Shimura live a few more minutes until his Sharingan is exhausted. That when Sasuke was supposed to kill him, Leon Yamashiro, if you let me go, I can teach you the forbidden technique of Izanagi. What do you think? After being killed 9 times in a row, only 1 3 Magatama Sharingan was left on his arm that could be used. At this time, Danzo Shimura no longer had the arrogance of a superior like before. He was scared. He was afraid of being killed by Leon. The older he gets, the more he fears death, especially after experiencing the power of a superior. He doesn't want to die even more. I told you that you will die today. After saying this, Leon figure disappeared, and the next moment Shimura Danzo head was decapitated. Damn it, Leon Shansheng. Don't think you can kill me. No one in this world can kill me. For the future of Konoha, you will be sealed forever with me. Inside, 4 symbols seal. After Danzo Shimura used up his last 3 Magatama Sharingan to revive again, he immediately felt that the cells of the first Hokage in his right arm were madly devouring his life. Since there was no way to escape, Danzo Shimura decided to take Leon Yamashiro and Sasuke Akaya with him to die together. At this moment, Leon suddenly appeared in front of Danzo. A ball of golden chakra wrapped around Shimura Danzo. The next moment, Danzo Shimura discovered to his horror that his chakra was being uncontrollably sucked away by this ball of golden chakra. The Rinnegan has the ability to seal and absorb other people's chakra. The Rinnegan is more powerful than the Samsara Eye and can absorb the enemy chakra from a distance. It can also be used in conjunction with the chakra ball to absorb enemy chakra in multiple directions. This is even more powerful than the Rinnegan, which can only absorb one person's chakra through touch. Danzo Shimura inner 4 symbol seal could seal half of a bridge in the original book, but here, he didn't even have the power to use it. The chakra was sucked away, so the 4 symbol seal could not be used. Without chakra, there is no need to perform sophisticated techniques such as sealing. Even if it is a simple 3-body technique, it cannot be used without chakra. Soon, Shimura Danzo chakra was absorbed until only a little bit was left. This was the little bit that Leon left because he didn't want to kill him. This amount of chakra is not even enough to use the 3-body technique, so it is useless even with it. I almost forgot. If you don't cut off your right arm, the cells of the first Hokage will devour you. Leon cancels the golden chakra ball and cuts off Shimura Danzo right arm at the same time. To be precise, Akaya's shin arm was cut off. This right arm originally belonged to a man named Nobuo who was captured by Orochimaru. He found that this man was not averse to any bloodline. After adding Hashirama cells and the Sharingan to this right arm, there was no rejection. Only then was the right arm transplanted to Danzo Shimura. Who are you? How do you know about the cells of the first Hokage? Danzo Shimura was already prepared to die. When he heard this, he frowned and asked, "You don't need to know this." "Sasuke, I leave Shimura Danzo to you. I only have one request. Leave his head for me to complete the mission." Leon kicks Danzo Shimura to Sasuke's side. "I want to ask you something. You just said that it was you and the 3rd Hokage who ordered Akaya-ichi to massacre the Akaya clan. Why did Akaya-ichi let me go?" Sasuke's belief in revenge was somewhat shaken at this moment. Akaya-ichi destroyed the entire Akaya clan and left him alone. It was all for his Mangekyo Sharingan, which allowed him to become the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. Or did they really kill the entire Akaya clan just to protect him? Sasuke didn't know. He was so confused that he didn't know which one to believe was true. "I won't tell you. Just live with your regrets in this world." Danzo Shimura looked at Sasuke with disdain. "Tell me, or I will kill you." Sasuke was angry. He really wanted to know the truth behind the Akaya clan extermination. There was still something he hadn't said in his heart. He really wanted to know what Akaya-ichi was after for the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. For the sake of his younger brother, he was willing to destroy the entire family and save his life. Leon Yamashiro, Please kill me. It is better to die at the hands of a strong man like you than at the hands of an inherently evil Akaya. Danzo Shimura didn't even look at Sasuke, but turned to Leon who was standing beside him and said, Sasuke, kill him. It looks like Danzo won't tell. Leon knows the truth behind the Akaya clan genocide, but this was Akaya Ichi's way of protecting Sasuke and paving the way for Sasuke. Although this path made Sasuke very painful, and seemed really brainless to Leon, but he would not destroy Akaya Ichi's plan for no reason if there was no conflict of interest. If Sasuke asked him, Leon felt like he could probably tell, but Sasuke didn't ask him, and he wouldn't speak up. Logically speaking, he couldn't know this because at the age of 12, he was very ordinary before graduation. It doesn't seem like there are people who can know this. This is something only the Konoha high-level officials know. Even the current 5th generation Tsunade does not know the specific circumstances behind the annihilation of the Akaya clan. A flash of knife light passed by. Danzo Shimura was beheaded by Sasuke. This time, Danzo Shimura died completely. Let go back and hand over the mission. The rest of the things here will be handled by Hokage-sama. Shimura Danzo things have no appeal to Leon at all. Leon also didn't know whether there was any relevant information about the annihilation of the Akaya clan in this space. Now they are not qualified to take the information here. Sasuke said nothing, just followed Leon quietly. Danzo Shimura's head was sealed in a scroll by Leon. Half an hour later, Leon and Sasuke came to the Hokage office together. Mission accomplished. Tsunade stopped what she was doing. Done. This is Shimura Danzo head. Sasuke and I have basically killed all the ninjas in the root base, leaving only some scientific researchers and medical staff. Leon pulled out a scroll and handed it to Shizune. Very good. We have finally dealt with these old guys who are getting in the way and holding the village back. Tsunade had wanted to deal with Danzo for a long time, but she needed time and reasonable circumstances to deal with him. As for the other two old guys, they no longer interfere in other matters except their own duties. Nor would he boss her around like he did at the beginning. These two old guys know when to advance and when to retreat, so Tsunade arranged 2 easy jobs for them. Hokage-sama, I have a request. Sasuke stepped forward and looked Tsunade straight in the eye. Explain. Tsunade is not like the 3rd Hokage, Danzo Shimura and the other 3, who are prejudiced against the Akaya clan. Before she became Hokage, she also disliked the Akaya clan, but they would not deliberately target the Akaya. Now that she is the Hokage, she treats all the families in the village equally. When he killed Danzo Shimura, his right eye was a Mangekyo Sharingan. On my right arm are 3 Magatama Sharingans. I would like to join Hokage-sama search party to search the root base. I want to know why the 3rd Hokage and Shimura Danzo want to destroy my Akaya clan. I also want to know the truth behind Akaya Ichi's extermination of the clan. This is a Mangekyo Sharingan. I hope that Lord Hokage can agree to my request. I can give this Mangekyo Sharingan to Lord Hokage. When leaving the root base, Leon gave Shizue Eye to Sasuke. As I said, the Mangekyo Sharingan is useless to him. In his happy farm space, there is also a Mangekyo Sharingan of Obito lying in the warehouse. He didn't even take a liking to the Rinnegan and was too lazy to plant it. Yes, Danzo Shimura not only dug out a large number of Sharingan from the Akaya clan, but also injected the cells of the 1st Hokage. Leon saw Tsunade looking at him questioningly and nodded quickly. I know about this. You should keep this Mangekyo Sharingan. It is the eye of your Akaya clan. Tsunade did not want the Mangekyo Sharingan, but was very disappointed with her teacher Sarutobi Hiruzen. As early as the 3rd Shinobi World War, she had discovered clues, but was troubled by the lack of direct evidence. In addition, she was suffering from hemophobia at that time, so it was extremely difficult for her to investigate. She was disappointed with Sarutobi Hiruzen and chose to leave the village. That made her sad. She originally thought that the village was just experimenting with wood-release Kekkai because Yamato was such a product. She just didn't expect that Danzo Shimura would inject herself with her grandfather's cells. She didn't believe that Sarutobi, the Hokage, didn't know about this. Shizune, take Akaya Sasuke to find Yamato and let him lead the team to the root base. Leon, You have worked hard this time, go back and have a good rest. There shouldn't be any difficult S-level missions during this period. Ever since Leon captured the Fourth Raikage alive, he has rarely done missions below S rank. Tsunade also condoned his behavior and did not assign him low-level tasks. Leon left the Hokage building, following Shizune and Sasuke. Looking at Sasuke leaving back, Leon wondered what would happen if he knew the truth at the root base. Will he be like in the original work, thinking of killing the Konoha high-level officials and becoming Hokage by force no matter what? Leon will respect Sasuke's choice. If you choose to be a rebel ninja and massacre Konoha indiscriminately, he will not be polite. In the entire ninja world, there is no one that Leon cannot kill. As long as he has the ability to kill, he doesn't care whether this person is the male protagonist or not. Even if it was the male protagonist, he would still kill him. The only person Leon cares about is himself. The 12 little strongmen can be considered his friends, and Yae and Keiko are also his friends. But if there is a conflict of interest, he will kill anyway. If Sasuke defected, he would be a traitor. He would not spend a lot of time chasing him back and trying to enlighten him like Naruto did. Leon taught Sasuke and the others casually when he was bored. The reason why the Fourth Raikage was not killed before was because he was the Kage of a village, and killing him would have a greater impact on Konoha. It might really trigger the Fourth Ninja World War. There will be death in war if it can be avoided. Leon will not take the initiative to start a ninja war. He is not a warmongerer. I hope you won't betray the village and come back to kill everyone in the village to vent your anger at the injustice of the Konoha high-ranking officials to the Uchiha clan. Leon glanced at Sasuke disappearing back and left in a flash. The next morning, Leon was awakened by a series of knocks on the door. What do you want from me? Have you not slept all night? After getting up, Leon opened the door and found Sasuke's eyes were bloodshot and he looked tired. It obvious that it caused by staying up late. I learned the truth about the Uchiha clan being exterminated at the root yesterday, but I want to find Uchiha Itachi and ask him in person if this is true. Sasuke's voice was a little hoarse. So why did you come to see me so early? Leon was a little confused. What did this have to do with looking for me? I went to see the Hokage-sama and issued her an S-rank mission, which is to find the whereabouts of Uchiha Itachi. Hokage-sama asked me to come to you. He said you were interested in the S-rank mission. After hearing what Sasuke said, Leon was speechless. He could only say that Tsunade was worthy of her name. She just left this troublesome matter to me and she just sat there and did nothing. Have you posted the mission yet? If you do, let's have breakfast together and then set off. As soon as Leon said this, Sasuke threw a scroll at him. Obviously he had prepared in advance. Okay, let's go out and have breakfast together, and then we will set off. I will go back to the house and wash up first. Half an hour later, Leon took Sasuke to finish breakfast and left Konoha. Your information about Uchiha Itachi is from a week ago. Now we are going to the Land of Earth to try our luck. Sasuke mission scroll contains some information about Konoha and the Akatsuki organization. People like Uchiha Itachi and Hoshigaki Kisame were on a mission to collect intelligence from Konoha. Sasuke spent money to buy this information from the Konoha Intelligence Department, because there are many businessmen coming in and out of the gate of Konoha. Leon and Sasuke left Konoha and walked some distance forward. Just as Leon was about to use the psychic technique, he suddenly sensed a powerful wave. What wrong? Sasuke saw Leon stop the summoning technique and turned to look at the forest not far away. There was a strong man looking at us just now. Let go and take a look. After Leon activated his perception ability, he quickly discovered the two people who were watching them. But the appearance of these two people made him both surprised and reasonable. When Leon's perception ability was activated, the person on the other side also knew it. Is it the enemy? Sasuke followed behind Leon. You will know once you go and see it. Don't be too surprised later. In less than a minute, Leon and Sasuke found two people, one big and one small, in the deep forest. Naruto? No, you are not Naruto. Who are you? When Sasuke came over, he saw someone who looked exactly like Naruto, but his hairstyle and dress style are different from Naruto. Sasuke frowned at the man and began to worry about Naruto. Is this what Master Sasuke looked like when he was a child? Hello, my name is Boruto. Uzumaki Boruto. Boruto looked at Sasuke excitedly and stretched out his hand to shake his hand. But Sasuke ignored him and just observed Boruto carefully. The middle-aged Sasuke beside Boruto has been observing Leon carefully. He was more curious about the people around him when he was a child, so it was impossible for him not to have any impression of them. However, after thinking about it, he found that there was still no information about Leon. Moreover, this person looks to be only 12 or 13 years old, yet at such a young age he possesses strength that is not inferior to his. It is impossible for such a person not to remember, so there is only one possibility, that this world is not his previous world. Uzumaki Boruto, what is your relationship with Naruto? This kid looks exactly like Naruto, and they are both from the Uzumaki clan, so they must be related. Master, can I tell you this? Sasuke question caught Boruto's attention, and he turned to ask the middle-aged Sasuke beside him, are you a Konoha ninja too? What your name? Middle-aged Sasuke ignored Boruto's question and looked at Leon instead. Leon gave him a very dangerous feeling, and he was with his younger self, which made him more concerned. Leon Yamashiro, you don't belong to this world, do you? Leon raised the corner of his mouth slightly, looking at the middle-aged Sasuke. He doesn't belong to this world. Could he be a reincarnated person? Sasuke looked at the middle-aged Sasuke. He had heard of the impure world reincarnation, but had never seen it. This man looked very familiar to him, and the more he looked like himself. Who are you? Why do you look so much like me? Sasuke pulled out the chakra sword from his back. Sasuke, don't be nervous. If I am not mistaken, this person should be you when you grow up. You look like you are in your early 30s. The boy next to him, let's make a bold guess that this boy should be Naruto's son. From what I perceive, his aura is the same as yours, but I am more curious about how he appeared in our era. Leon recalled in his mind that Sasuke and Boruto came during this time period and nothing went wrong. The problem is that Naruto was taken out to travel by Jiraiya in advance, and Sasuke did not go to Orochimaru as in the original work. As for the middle-aged Sasuke in front of him, Leon didn't know whether he had met Akaiichi at this time. He could understand what Leon said individually, but when they were put together, Sasuke was confused. He turned his head and looked at Leon as if he was a fool. When I grew up, I found that my arm was broken. The boy next to me who was about the same age as me was Naruto's son. Whether it can be more outrageous or not, Sasuke didn't believe it anyway. Master is such a great man. He guessed it right away. Why have I never seen him in our place? Is it because he died in the war? Before middle-aged Sasuke could say anything, Boruto on the side couldn't help but exclaimed, Leon died in the war? What a joke. Even the Fourth Raikage was no match for Leon. You haven't told me who you are and what your purpose is in coming to Konoha village. Sasuke held a chakra-powered long sword and pointed it directly at middle-aged Sasuke. Boruto, tell them both where we came from. Now that he had been discovered, middle-aged Sasuke did not intend to hide it, mainly because he felt danger from Leon. Master Sasuke, this is you when you grow up. My father is Uzumaki Naruto. We traveled through time from the future to protect my dad. There was a guy named Otsutsuki Yorashiki who traveled through time and wanted to capture my dad. So after learning the news, Master Sasuke and I traveled through time. I wonder where my dad is now. He is in danger now. We must find my father before Otsutsuki Yorashiki. Boruto quickly explained their identities and the purpose of their visit. You are my future self. How do you prove that you are me? Sasuke still didn't quite believe what Boruto said. The first time your father brought you to the lake and taught you to use the fire style, Great Fireball technique, you only spit out a small flame, which disappointed your father. Only Sasuke and Fugaku knew about this, so Master Sasuke was also so lame when he was a kid. Boruto was grinning as if he had discovered a new world. This one doesn't count. Are there any others? When Sasuke heard what Boruto said, his face turned red, but he quickly recovered. Middle-aged Sasuke looked a little helpless, and then he talked about some other things, such as hunting with his brother Akaiichi. While hunting wild boars, he accidentally sprained his foot and was carried home by Akaiichi. Since you mentioned Akaiichi, I have something to ask you. Regarding the genocide of the Akaya clan, everyone except the 3rd Hokage and Shimura Danzo and a few other Konoha high-ranking officials were involved. What role does Akaya Ichi play in this? Sasuke was very concerned about this matter. At your age, you already know so much. It seems that many things have happened that I don't know about. I'd better use the Sharingan to tell you, so that you can know it more clearly, and maybe you won't do anything that you will regret. At this point, the right eye of middle-aged Sasuke opened the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. The next moment Sasuke fell into an illusion. Can you tell me about your existence now? When I was a kid, you didn't exist and you made me feel dangerous. It would take some time for Sasuke to digest the news he had given him. Middle-aged Sasuke planned to take this opportunity to test Leon. I just listened to what you said and know that you are from the future time and space. So have you ever thought about it? The space-time we are in is not the space-time you originally came from, but another identical parallel world in the world you are in. There is no such person as me, but in this parallel world, there is such a person as me. Leon can confirm that in the world of middle-aged Sasuke, there was no person named Yamashiro Leon when he was a child. He couldn't tell the middle-aged Sasuke that because of his time travel, the mountain city of Leon, which shouldn't have existed, appeared in this world. Parallel world. After hearing what Leon said, middle-aged Sasuke thought about it carefully and felt that it made a lot of sense. Can you tell us where Naruto is right now? He is in danger now. Sasuke just turned on his perception and found that Naruto was not in Konoha. Naruto has gone out to train with Jiraiya-senpai. He has been gone for almost 2 months. Can you tell me who this Otsutsuki Yorashiki is? Leon knew this guy, of course, but he still asked middle-aged Sasuke in case the guy doubted him again. Is his existence so unreasonable, so questionable? This is a bit complicated to explain. I am going to look for Naruto now. Do you know where Naruto is? Otsutsuki Yorashiki identity is rather difficult to explain and would take a long time. He wanted to use the Sharingan to convey a message to Leon, but he guessed that Leon would not agree. Of course Leon wouldn't agree. This is a 6 paths level expert. Although it is much weaker now, even Akaya fighting techniques such as hug and throw are used. But we can't underestimate middle-aged Sasuke, as he is prone to failure. I don't have any news about Naruto and Jiraiya-senpai, but you can talk to Hokage-sama. She has a contact frog that can contact Jiraiya-senpai. It's just that your 2 identities are a problem, and we are now preparing to look for Akaya Ichi. It is not ruled out that Sasuke will find Akaya Ichi and fight him. If possible, I will intervene and kill him. When middle-aged Sasuke heard that Leon wanted to kill Akaya Ichi, a powerful aura suddenly emanated from him. Even the 6 Magatama Samsara eyes that were just hidden by the hair were revealed. When Sasuke wakes up, he won't kill Ichi. They had the same experience, and he knew exactly what Sasuke was thinking. Seeing that his pressure had no effect on Leon, middle-aged Sasuke knew that this man was no weaker than him. His perception was correct. Master Sasuke, where can we find our father if he not in Konoha village? Boruto is more worried about his father when he was a child. You are with Sasuke, so I think your relationship with Naruto won't be bad. I need your help to help us find Naruto as soon as possible. Middle-aged Sasuke was also concerned about Naruto's safety. That was Otsutsuki Yorashiki, and he wasn't sure he could defeat him. Jiraiya alone cannot effectively protect Naruto's safety. Alright, I will have my clone ask the Hokage-sama. Leon knew that Otsutsuki Yorashiki was capable of finding Naruto. If we go too late, Naruto will really be in danger. A shadow clone appeared and quickly disappeared in the direction of Konoha village. You want the exact location of Jiraiya and Naruto? Aren't you looking for Akaya Ichi with Sasuke? Why are you suddenly asking about the location of Naruto and Jiraiya? Tsunade looked at Leon in front of her, frowned and asked in confusion. I received news that someone from the Akatsuki organization is looking for Naruto. I want to go over there and find out about Akaya Ichi from them. What if the Akatsuki members who are looking for Naruto this time happen to be Akaya Ichi and Hoshigaki Kisame? The reason Leon gave was far-fetched, but Tsunade didn't say anything else. He quickly formed a seal, and the next moment a communication frog appeared. "What do you want from me, Lady Tsunade?" "It is responsible for communicating between Jiraiya and Tsunade. Tell Jiraiya to tell me his current location. Don't run around for the next while, just stay where you are." Tsunade didn't waste any time and gave orders to the contact frog. "Receive." With a bang, the communication frog disappeared from the desk. A few minutes later, the contact frog appeared again. "Tsunade-sama, Jiraiya-sama is currently on vacation in a small town in the land of hot springs, and he won't be leaving for the next 2 or 3 days." After the frog finished speaking, it disappeared with a bang. "This bastard must be peeping outside again. Now that you know about Jiraiya, help me beat him up when you get over there, and you can go." Tsunade paused and didn't say anything else. Leon could tell that Tsunade was now angry. "Okay Hokage-sama." Bye. With a bang, Leon disappears into the Hokage office. When the Shadow Clone was released, Leon in the forest received the news. The art of spiritual communication. Bang. The next moment, a huge ninja eagle appeared and crushed a large number of the trees here. "What a huge ninja hawk!" Boruto looked at the huge ninja hawk in front of him and immediately became interested. "Let go." Jiraiya and Naruto are currently in the land of hot springs. Leon grabbed Sasuke, who was still in the illusion world, and appeared on the back of the ninja hawk with him. Middle-aged Sasuke and Boruto followed. "Master Sasuke, when we get back, can you help me catch a ninja hawk this big as a summoning beast?" After just looking at it for a while, Boruto fell in love with this huge ninja eagle. The middle-aged Sasuke ignored Boruto and stared at the ninja hawk at his feet. It's not surprising to Leon that Jiraiya is in the land of hot springs. This guy is just so dishonest most of the time. The land of hot springs is the holy land where he draws inspiration, and Jiraiya will definitely not miss it. Less than 5 minutes into his flight, Sasuke emerged from the illusion world. Sasuke just got out. Leon felt a strong chakra boost from Sasuke. Immediately afterwards, Sasuke 3 Magatama Sharingan suddenly appeared and began to rotate automatically. At this point, not only Leon and middle-aged Sasuke felt the changes in Sasuke. Boruto on the side also locked his eyes on Sasuke, or to be more precise, on Sasuke Sharingan. It seems that in addition to telling Sasuke the information he wanted, you also helped him open a more advanced Mangekyo Sharingan. Leon didn't believe that the truth about the Uchiha clan annihilation and Itachi was not enough to support Sasuke to open the Mangekyo. This guy witnessed the annihilation of his entire clan, his parents being killed by his own brother, and Uchiha Itachi repeatedly played the videotape of the genocide and murder of his parents. Even so, Sasuke just opened his single Magatama Sharingan angrily. Don't mention Leon was dumbfounded when watching the anime. As the actual operator of this incident, Uchiha Itachi was also dumbfounded and disappointed. The same is true for opening the 2 Magatama Sharingan. Others can open the 2 Magatama in both eyes at the same time. Sasuke is different from others. One of his eyes has 2 Magatama, and the other one has only 1 Magatama. "You seem to know a lot about the Sharingan." Middle-aged Sasuke did not deny Leon's guess. If he hadn't met his younger self, he wouldn't have taken the time to look for him alone. The purpose of coming here this time is to protect Naruto, but also to intercept and kill Otsutsuki Yorashiki. "I don't know much about the Sharingan, I just know it called the Eye of the Soul." Leon didn't elaborate. After all, middle-aged Sasuke could understand. His knowledge of Sharingan is definitely better than Leon. He has used Sharingan for decades and even possesses the Rinnegan. At this time, Sasuke 3 Magatama Sharingan stopped spinning rapidly, and a pair of 6-pointed star Mangekyo Sharingan took shape. This is the same 6-pointed star Mangekyo as Sasuke in the original work. Leon thinks it is really interesting. After he traveled through time, he had already made a series of changes in Konoha, but Sasuke Mangekyo remained unchanged. "I just don't know what the ability of his Mangekyo Sharingan will be this time, or Amaterasu and Kagutsuchi, or a new ability. Leon can't tell this. He won't know until Sasuke tells him or uses it." "How does it feel to activate the Mangekyo Sharingan?" Sasuke took a while to adjust to the Mangekyo, then turned it off. "It feels great. If possible, I hope my family, parents, and Ichi are still here. I would be willing to trade this pair of Mangekyo Sharingan for it. After learning the truth from middle-aged Sasuke, he no longer had the intention to kill Ukaya Ichi. Now the people in Konoha upper echelons, mainly responsible for the genocide of the Ukaya clan, the third Hokage, have sacrificed themselves. Another person who participated in the whole process, Danzo Shimura, was also killed by him personally. With Leon help during this time, Sasuke doesn't care now, as long as he kills Danzo and avenges his people. Don't use the Mangekyo Sharingan casually except at critical moments. The more you use it, the faster you will lose your sight. I heard from Leon that you left the village this time to look for Ichi. He doesn't have many years left to live. After you find Ichi, it's up to you to decide whether or not to transplant his Mangekyo Sharingan. Middle-aged Sasuke knew about Ukaya Ichi's physical condition, and he would not make decisions for Sasuke. He would still remind Sasuke of some things that needed attention. At the beginning, because no one reminded him, he used the Mangekyo Sharingan recklessly and almost went blind after not using it for long. In the end, he had Ichi Mangekyo Sharingan transplanted into him, and possessed the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, which prevented him from losing his sight. Deep down, he hopes that Sasuke can transplant Ichi Mangekyo, as Ichi bloodline disease will eventually lead to his death. It would be a waste of a pair of Mangekyo Sharingan if they were not transplanted. I know all this. Leon told me about the pros and cons of the Mangekyo Sharingan. I will have more to ask Ichi when we find him. As for whether or not to transplant Ichi's eyes, we will see how things turn out. Sasuke has just opened the Mangekyo Sharingan, and has no intention of transplanting Ichi's eyes yet. Master Sasuke, you are amazing. You are worthy of being my master. Boruto couldn't get a word in on the conversation, and only when they stopped chatting did he start praising Sasuke. I am not your master. Leon, are we going to Naruto place now before falling into the illusion world? He heard Boruto say that he wanted to find Naruto and protect him. Well, now let's go to the land of hot springs. Naruto and Jiraiya Senpai are there. There are no flying ninja beasts to get from the land of fire to the land of hot water. It would take a Jonin a day or two just to run there. Leon and his group rode on a cage-level Ninja Hawk, and the entire journey only took them over an hour. Take this. This is the Chidori series of ninjutsu. It also contains information about the Mangekyo Sharingan and its subsequent use. The middle-aged Sasuke suddenly made a seal, and with a bang, a scroll appeared in his hand. He then handed the scroll to Sasuke. I have already learned the Chidori series of ninjutsu, but I really need experience in using the Mangekyo Sharingan. Thank you. When Sasuke came out of the illusion world, he already believed that the middle-aged man with the broken arm in front of him would be his future self. He was just curious, how did his arm get broken? Who did it? Sasuke didn't dare to ask. You developed the Chidori series so early. When I was your age, I wasn't as strong as you. From his conversation with Leon just now, and the fact that Jiraiya had taken Naruto away to train not long ago, he already knew what time it was. I also know that Sasuke is only 12.5 years old at this time, not even 13. He was almost 16 years old when he developed the Chidori series of ninjutsu. The same was true for the Mangekyo Sharingan. He was already 16 years old when he opened it. The Sasuke in front of him was 3.5 years ahead of him. Even with his help this time, he would not be able to open the Mangekyo if he did not have high enough talent. It seems that you have left Naruto far behind. Having said that, a rare smile appeared on the face of middle-aged Sasuke. Naruto was his rival, but after graduation, he was not really far ahead of Naruto. Every time his strength improved, Naruto would immediately catch up, and most of the time even surpass him in strength. Naruto is still very powerful. With Jiraiya guidance, he should be even more powerful now. Sasuke recalled the scene during the Chunin exam when Naruto summoned a giant toad to fight the One Tail. He believed that as he made progress, Naruto would not fall behind. No one spoke for the next period of time. More than an hour later, Leon and his group arrived at the Kingdom of Hot Springs. Naruto and Jiraiya Senpai are in this town. Let me sense their exact location first. After sending Ninja Hawk back, Leon and his group were not far from the town. Leon used his perception ability to quickly find Naruto in the inn. He also sensed Jiraiya location, and knew that the man was collecting materials in a secluded place. Let go, Naruto is at a hotel, let go straight to him. Knowing the location, Leon took the lead and the group followed behind him. The tourism industry in Hot Spring Country is very developed, because its hot springs are famous all over the world. Many people from other countries come here to travel. There are also many hotels here. A quarter of an hour later, Leon arrived downstairs of the hotel where Naruto was. This is the inn where Naruto lives. He in room number 3 on the left on the second floor. Sasuke, go get him down. Senior Jiraiya is not here at the moment. Leon was too lazy to go up and call for help, so it was best to let Sasuke do the errands. Okay, leave it to me. Sasuke didn't refuse. He hadn't seen Naruto for nearly 2 months. Boom boom boom, hermaphrodite, are you back so soon? There was a knock on the door and Naruto's voice came from inside the house, followed by the sound of footsteps. Snap, the door was opened. Hey, Sasuke, why is it you? Naruto looked at Sasuke outside the door with surprise. He thought it was Jiraiya who had returned from collecting materials. After spending nearly 2 months together, Naruto has already figured out Jiraiya's temperament and knows what kind of person he is. To put it simply, he is a lustful and unreliable person. At least that's how Naruto feels about Jiraiya so far. Why can't it be me? Your son is here to look for you. Come downstairs with me first. When Sasuke saw Naruto, the corners of his mouth couldn't help but curl up slightly. Then, as if he had thought of something, he said something that confused Naruto. Let's wait and see what Naruto's reaction will be when he sees Boruto.